Hi, I'm Gaia Melikian, and I have the pleasure to be here with two incredibly talented stars, Colin Farrell and John C. Reilly from the movie The Lobster. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I truly enjoyed this uniquely told, beautiful tale, not to mention the stunning cinematography in Ireland. So now, this movie carries such an eclectic cast. What do you guys think was the common catalyst in bringing everyone together?
Yorgos and his work and his uniqueness as a filmmaker and his brilliance, really. I mean, I'd seen Dogtooth and Alp's previous films and I loved them and just been so moved by them, and they stayed with me for a long time after seeing them, and I think that was certainly what had me being part of the film. I loved the script, but as John said, I heard him say earlier, you just, the one thing you really want to have with your director is trust that they're going to just be able to take what maybe you love in script form and bring it to life in a way that honours the writing, and you kind of knew that with Yorgos. You got that sense very clearly that he's a kind of a master filmmaker, and he's very meticulous and very particular, and so yeah, it was a joy. And to be part of such an international cast as well, I knew he wasn't going to, the film doesn't follow conventions in the way that it had to be set in a particular place, or everyone had to have the same language, the same language but same accent, so I knew it was going to be an international cast, a really brilliant actor, so it was a thrill.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it was a fantastic cast with a fantastic storytelling. Colin, you did such a brilliant job with this role. What was your initial reaction when you first read the script?
I was a little bit confused, and because we try to categorize everything human beings. We try to understand the minutiae of things, and that's natural and stuff. But the context within which this story exists is interesting and kind of outlandish, and that allows a lot of the humour to be born within the telling of the story. But at its core, it's a story about human beings and about this world today, or the world 100 years ago, and probably the world in 100 years' time, and the same fears that we've shared through the history of our civilization of where do we belong, what is love, what is companionship, how much power do I have in my life, how much am I controlled and by who, and all those things.
Nicely put. John, you also nailed your part.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts on the societal pressures of conforming to the sheeple versus proactive individualism?
Well, what are my thoughts about that? Of course, I'm an individualist. I'm an American, and I'm someone who believes in self-determination. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it personally, but that doesn't matter a hoot for an actor. You're meant to just play someone who does believe in this conformity, and so, I was thinking as you were talking to Colin about your first reactions to a script. A lot of times, the first time you read a script, even if it's a comedy, you're reading it in a very literal way, my de facto kind of thing is like, all right, this is meant to be serious. Everything in it is meant to be serious. And in this script, it wasn't really until I got on the set and actually saw these things brought to life that I realized how funny it was. There's a scene, this woman, Ashley Jensen, who plays this woman in the movie, the Biscuit Woman, we call her, and she commits suicide at a certain point in the story, and she's laying there screaming, and there's biscuits all around her on the ground, and she's crying for her life. But Ashley is such a funny person, and she just has such natural comedic instincts that, as bad as it sounds, like to hear her screaming there on the ground was actually kind of funny, very darkly funny, because it was just when things are so pathetic that they become funny. It was like that with her, and I would have never imagined that looking at the script,
Right.
So, yeah, again, it goes back to Yorgos Lanthimos and everyone's kind of belief in him.
It was definitely very dark comedy, and never mind the enigmatic ending, although I found very Romeo and Juliet. I don't want to give it away. Please finish the sentence in one word. John C. Reilly is?
Present.
Nice.
Thank you.
Self-aware. I like that. And Colin Farrell is?
Here.
That's another way of saying
You guys are a
present.
great
Oh, shit!
team.
Yeah, it is.
I love it. Thank you so much.